Hi everyone, this is Jules from JulesOfTyler, and I want to do a flip through of one of my journals. This is my third journal, and this one here is a 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. It has a 2 1/4 inch spine. It has 3 signatures, and there are 156 pages front and back on here. So I do want to go through this. Let's see here. We have a fabric cover, front and back. And I used a doily with butterflies on it, and I sewed some little pearl beads here. Here's the spine. Also, I made some homemade beads I learned from Natasha in treasure books. See if you can see that a little bit here. And on the back, it's just the other side of the doily here. I have a tassel, and it just hooks over here on a little gold ring so you can look at it, the book, without having any kind of bulk. But we've got little different charms and ribbons and lace and all that good stuff here. Let me see if I can get it up here a little closer here for you. Okay. All right, let's dive right in here. Okay. The very first page here, let's see, when we open it up, I put a little lace in here. I've got a vintage little snap tag here. I love the colors in here. And I've got this stuck in one of the pockets. There are 2 pockets here. I have an old receipt, and this one is from 1912, and it is original. And I have it in this pocket. Right here I have just a little cute tag with a little bit of lace on top and ribbon. And on the back side, you can actually, put a picture there, or you can glue something else on here, or you can journal. And I have a little Tim Holtz charm. I believe this is Tim Holtz. Right here I have a vintage music page, and I made a little laminated page with hydrangeas from my flower beds. The next page over, on the back side, I have a copy of a picture of my aunt and one of her friends many years ago. Isn't that a fun picture? I just love that, with that old car in the background. And I just made the pocket out of a little bit of lace and just a little bit of fun things on top. Here I got a map and some coffee dyed paper. On this pocket here, I put rip-rack all around, and I have a vintage postcard here. And this one doesn't have a date on here, but you can tell it's really old. And it's beautiful with the burgundy colors that matches the journal. And this is just a receipt here. You'll see on the other side that the receipt is from 1925. And then I have another coffee dyed paper with the sewing. Many pages I have sewed on here, you'll see, just to give it a little bit of decoration and personality. And I've stamped on this page, have a cute little tag with a key, little key charm. Right here, I have a Kleenex top here that I cut out, and I put a pretty little girl picture on here and put some little metal corners on here, and just made a little page from that. And stuck a little bit of lace down here, and a little fabric and lace and buttons right here. The next page is a vintage magazine. Don't you love the old car? Oh, it's so much fun. But I've got several old magazines, and I love using all the ads in my journals. This right here is a pocket made of music paper. And then I have part of an atlas, just a little small one here. A little bit of lace. And this is some more dyed papers. This is with Kool-Aid right here. And this is the Edith Holden page. We all love her. And I have the little birds, and I have the lavender color with the lavender paper on the next page. And this was Kool-Aid dyed also. I've made a pocket on this next page, and I made it with scrapbook paper and some lace here. And I have a little card for journaling with a church on it. And another pretty paper. This is out of a magazine. And I've got tea-dyed paper on the back. Just a little bit of ephemera in the pockets that you can add to your pages. You could glue anywhere on any page, or you could use it in any of your other journals. This is an antique cabinet card that I made. Put a little flip. I put some Tim Holtz fabric tape on here. And then I have a little tuck spot right here. And here is a little journaling spot that's really fun. It's hidden, and you just pull it out, and there's a little index card in here, and you can journal on this. Well, okay, I'll get that later. Let's see here, the next page. We have a piece of notebook paper with a stamp. And this is a decoupaged napkin. You can just see right through it. It's really neat, real good feeling to it, all wrinkled up. Love that. And this is a dictionary page that I printed a flower on top of it. Give it a fun look. This next page is also a dyed paper that I put a placemat on top of, and it made these real pretty designs on here. And that's the back side of it where the color is much bluer. I like that. You can just see a little bit of the blue right here, but mostly blue right here. And here is another music paper. And this is from a book with all the popular musics in the day. Beautiful pictures. I just love these. Again, we have the hand-dyed paper. Right here, I have a little tag with a butterfly, and it's just collaged and with a book page on the back that you could do anything you wanted to with this. Again, we have the other side of the napkin and the notebook paper. Great journaling spot here. And this is an adult coloring book that I dyed just to give it a little bit of color there. We have some scrapbook paper with another Kool-Aid dyed page. And I have a little tag here with a little pocket. And then you flip it over and you've got another pocket. So I've got a little stamp here and just another piece of ephemera there in the pretty lavender color to match the page. Over here we have a kitty cat. Oh, it's so cute. I collect everything cat, so I think in every journal I have to put something cat related in here. But this is just another Kool-Aid dyed piece of paper on the back with the kitty cat, which you can journal on the back of this and journal on this page. Here is the other side of the Edith Holden page. And right here was a little book I got years ago from an antique store, and it was a schoolgirl, and all of her friends wrote in this book just little poems to her. It was really cute, but this is from 1926 on here. And that's just in a little tuck that I've sewn around and added a little bit of lace and a sticker. And this pretty wallpaper kit. I do not remember who that came from, but it might, I just can't remember. This is the other side of that vintage catalog. And this is a little belly band with a collage of all kinds of things here. And then we got a few little poems from my old book, children's book. Next page over is still the coffee dyed page, and part of that receipt, that one I told you about earlier from 1925. And here is another pocket with the rig rack. And this is a little journal card I made and actually sewed some buttons on there, like a button card. This is from an old calendar from the early 1900s, I believe. Again, we've got more journaling spot here. I've got a map. And this is a napkin decoupaged on some junk mail. And it's just lined here that you can put anything you wanted to in here, any kind of journaling inside. I've got buttons and I've got lace and I have a sticker. Let's see. The next page here, we have a Edith Holden, sorry, pocket here with a pretty piece of ephemera. This is from a copy of a Seed magazine. Oh, so pretty, very pretty colors. And then we have a ledger paper, a vintage ledger paper. And right here, this came from a freebie off Facebook, I believe. I cannot find where I got it, but I'm pretty sure it's Facebook. This is my favorite pattern because it looks like a chair I used to have years ago. And I didn't find it in my computer, so apparently I just printed it out and I did not save it to my computer. So if anyone knows where this came from, please let me know, because I would love to make more copies of this. We have a pocket on the next page, and this is from a can, a label from a can, and it's vintage. We also have another receipt, and this one is from 1921. Isn't that pretty? I just love the handwriting from then. Then we have another little piece of ephemera, which you can write on the back. Then we have another ledger paper, and I think this was in, okay, this is 1914 for this ledger paper. And this is original. And it was a little brittle, so I had to put me some washi tape on the places where I folded. Okay. Right here we have some clear pages, and I put a couple of vintage postcards in here with pretty scenery. This one looks like the date has been torn off when somebody took the stamp off. Let's see what this one says. And this one says 1910, I believe, right here on the top. These are both vintage and just gorgeous. You can actually use these on another page, or you can just leave it like it is here. Okay, on the next page, I really got a little grungy here, and I dyed some scrapbooking paper here. And I have a little tab here. I believe it's a Tim Holtz little charm, and it pulls up here so that you have this scenery. This was from a Reader's Digest page that I thought was gorgeous. So I put it on this green paper here so that it would match the house and it would match the lady over here by the carriage. Right here we have an vintage 1970s TV guide. And this is a little fun. It really catered to children with different things for activities for them to do in the little TV guides. So I got probably about 7 or 8 of these. So these are really, really fun. This next page is just a crumpled up piece of paper that I dyed. This is a vintage greeting card. Just really, really pretty with the pinks and the blues. And this was some kit, which I do not remember where I got that one at. This is another page that I took an image and I printed it on a piece of dictionary page. This is a luminary paper bag here that you can put anything you want to in here. I just left it empty because I like how you can see through it with the cutout hearts. This is a picture of toile, tissue paper that you would put in a package. I thought it was gorgeous. This is a vintage recipe for cookies, and I stuck that in there, and it's with a paper clip, a little bit of ribbon, and a little cute gold charm. On this next page here, we have more Edith Holden, and I have a little bit of ephemera that you could use on any other page, a little frame, and a beautiful lady here with a beautiful dress on. And then I have Rick Rack with the lavender on here. And here is a page from an old catalog from the Wanamaker's department store from years and years ago. Another hand-dyed paper. And then here we have a Thomas Kincaid picture with a poem. Oh no, this one isn't the poem. This one actually is the 23rd Psalm. Let's see. Okay, here's the poem right here on the back, and it's from an unknown on there. And there's another page from that Wanamaker's department store catalog. This page here is another lavender dyed page, which we have an old little coupon book for quarts of milk, and that is vintage. And this right here is from a Sears catalog. This is a reproduction, but I believe it's from the 1900s. These images are with the prices. Oh, I wish I had one of those stoves. I've only seen one in all the antiquing I've done in all my life, and it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Let's see here. The next page, we have another little tuck here. And we have an old, let's see here. Oh, I forgot about this. I had this hidden paper clip. It was so hidden I didn't even know it was there. And I have a little pocket here with a little card in here and just a little family. And then this opens up right here, and we have an old bank receipt here, and this is from 1922, and that is original. And this page here has a little pocket, and I have just a vintage playing card here. Let's see if I can get this on here. All right. I'll have to go back and put it on better. I'm going to take the time. Okay, again, we have the other side of the tissue paper and a luminary bag. On the dictionary page, we have a belly band here with a cluster with papers and buttons. All kinds of good stuff. And then we have a letter, a vintage letter, and this is from April 21st, 1921. Have a little lace here on the edge. And then I had cut out something with a punch and put it on top of the scrapbook paper here. And here is the other side of that vintage greeting card with the beautiful colors and the blue crinkled papers and the TV guide. And then we have a little paper with the grid that's been tea-dyed with just some little fun things on top and a little tab made with scrapbooking paper. The next page, we have a little corner pocket that flips up that you could actually do some writing on if you wanted to. Just a little ephemera here and a vintage page from a book, a cookbook. Here we have the other side of the ledger paper. coffee dyed paper with that gorgeous floral paper here. I have a couple of clear pages here, and we have a little ephemera, a little scripture. Then I have a tiny needle book here, just a little bitty one. There you go. Let's see if I can get that in framed there. Now this picture right here is just a copy of my grandpa when he was a teenager. When he was about, I think it's about 18. Mom said it could have even been 17. He worked on the railroad. So that is actually him on the railroad tracks. This is a paper doll that I learned how to do from Natasha from Treasure Books. We had a lot of fun making different paper dolls, so I have one in all of my journals just because they are fun. I have those little pearls that I glued on and a lot of lace trim. And I think she's just so pretty. Right here, I have a page that I've decorated with a stencil. I have this beautiful toile paper, and let me see who I got that from. Okay, the toile is from something called Krilu Digital Art. It's C-R-I-L-U Digital Art, and she had gorgeous blue toile and pink toile. And so what I did is just put a silhouette on top and some little corners. And then you can open it up here, and that is an envelope. And then we just have a little ephemera hidden in here that you could also journal and put little notes in here if you wanted to. This is a vellum page that has a little lady in all different beautiful colors in it. Oh, this is real fun. I can't remember who I got this from, but this girl showed us how to do these little pockets. And you just open it up and you can put all your little ephemera in here, so you can put all different kinds of fun things in there. And I just put a little bit of lace on here and had a little bit of cut out border and just made it pretty here. The next page over are these little flips here, and this kit is Bon Bon Prince, and she had some gorgeous pictures. I have two more a little bit later on, but the images are so clear and just so perfect. So I did that, and I backed it up with some Kool-Aid dyed paper. I went a little crazy there and put all different colors on there, so that was a lot of fun right here. The next page is the music page with a little tag made out of folded paper. This is another Kool-Aid dyed paper with a stamp and sewing. I have a cute little paper clip with a dog and a little envelope here that you can put anything that you want to on here. You can even journal on the back side of that. Here's another piece from that ledger paper that I have. I've got a bunch here. This one says 1917 on here. So I got a big book full of that, which was a lot of fun. This is from an old book that had different timelines for major events from a major newspaper. So this one is from 1911. So it's a real interesting read if you read what was going on during that time. I have a little paper doily, and this is scrapbook and paper that I did get at Joann Fabric. And I've made a pocket here and just filled it full of some good stuff. I have an old Conoco little service tag here, and a bingo card, and I have a vintage popcorn bag. Let's see if I can get this back in. Okay, the next page, I will fix that later. The next page, we have some wallpaper border that I got. I just love the colors on here. And then I have another little pocket here. This is from a paper sack. So I just filled it full of, I have a little bit of lace, a little bit of Tim Holtz, a magazine picture that I thought was so pretty. And then this is a vintage magazine ad right here. It's folded up so you can unfold it and read it. Okay, get in there, lace. Okay. Whoa. That lace is being difficult. Okay. Right here, I have a little paper clip with a lady on here. This is from 1951. And then this is a little envelope here. Let's see if I can get this on here. It's a little envelope that you can put anything you want to in there. I guess I have a little ephemera in here, little stickers it looks like. And here is a calendar. It is not original, but it's a good reproduction. It's really fun. This one's from 1943, and so it actually took pictures and everything from an old calendar. Oh, and I have these little beads. I forgot to show you these guys. In the middle of the signatures, I put the little homemade beads that I made, and then also just some little charms on the ends. And this is the back side of the calendar here. Now here's a little corner pocket here that I made with, it looks like all kinds of things with different papers. It looks like a receipt and with a little bit of fabric. And I have a vintage recipe book, and I have a green stamp book here with some green stamps in here. On the back side of this, or the inside of this paper sack, I also have a little bit of ribbon, little ephemera here, and another vintage ad here. So this one is also folded in half. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Oh, it's advertising baking powder. So this is really fun. I'm not sure. I think most of my magazines seem to be from the 40s. I have some from the 30s and 50s, but mostly from the 40s, I believe. On the next page, I have an old book page, and I stamped on it. And then here we have more dyed papers with lace, with a little pocket here. Inside we have a little journaling spot. This is from a magazine from a little town in Texas, and this was the old opera house. This was the inside of it. It does not stand anymore. They tore it down years ago, unfortunately, but the outside was gorgeous too. Oh my goodness. And that's all that is there. Let's see here. Well, I forgot where it came from, guys. Okay, there we go. We have the other side of the scrapbook paper and the doily, and the rest of that paper that was, I believe, from 1911. And the other side of the ledger. And this is fun. I learned from monarch butterflies. And she put these little circle pockets on here, and you can journal on these or actually put glue pictures on here, just whatever you want. So I just left them blank. I thought that was a little fun. And back behind here is a little pocket. And I put a lavender flower with some lace, and I sewed it with my sewing machine. And a little bit of ribbon at the top. On the next page over, we have a songbook page, which I copied an image on top of that. And here's the other side of those images I was telling you about. Those bonbon prints with some garden scenes. This one has a child on here. I just thought they were so pretty. Again, we have hand-dyed paper with a little lace trim. Here we have another pocket here with ephemera inside. And right here, this is an old coin. Well, no. This is a coin envelope from the Dollar Tree that I dyed to make look old. And I've got ephemera all in here. I've got a couple of cigarette cards that I bought off a lady in the UK. Beautiful pink flowers, perfect condition. And these are just another ephemera little cards here that you could journal on the back if you wanted. Then down here we have a little ribbon and just a little cluster of pretty things. Here's more of that vellum. And this is a little flip out right here. We've got a copy of a vintage Bible that I have. It's from the late 1800s, and I made a copy of the spine. And I made different size bookmarks from them. So this is the larger one. This is a fat one. And it has a little piece of ephemera with lace and a charm. And on the back, I've left it with coffee dyed papers that can be documented on. This pocket is lined with a little bit of crochet lace with beautiful cluster here. If you open it up, then you have a little corner pocket with a little doily and a little piece of ephemera and lots of little pages, little scrappy pages that you could actually journal on. Oh, that one has a little glue on it. There we go. And that's all that is there. And that is on dyed paper also. It's a little light pink. We got a little stenciling done on the next page. And right here we have another clear pages here. This is an old piece of ephemera. Looks like it was from a scrapbook page. It says Beethoven embossed on it. This is a pharmacy label and an old stamp. And this is a vintage seed package. And this is also from Texas. We have a piece of dyed notebook paper on this side. And at the very end here, I have a pocket that has some ephemera in here and some book pages in here. And the new owner can do anything that she wants to with that. This here is something called a writing board. And then it's really stiff, really nice and thick. It's pretty on the front, but the back is smooth. So since the albums are so bulky, what you can do is write on this and it won't be bulky anymore, it'll be nice and flat. So I did include this in here. So that is all for this one. So I hope someone will like this and make this their new journal. And if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.